microphone, but
Oh, come on,
okay.
come
So
on.
like it, the water for that. No sound. If somebody fingered, I might have done.
Come
I did. It's okay. I might have did. But it's okay. But no, we had a wonderful camp. This is basically an after camp continuation. A drive, in transit. We had a beautiful camp. It was a 70-year-old brother who was uh, a 70-year-old elder man who came and listened for an hour. And when I say it was beautiful, he asked questions, and he was he had and he had and when you're dealing with someone, you can tell if they're dealing asking questions or where they are, the kind of spirit. Because when someone's sincere for the Father and sincere to get this truth, when you start dropping seeds to them, so you got some people just listen and then they just walk away, you never hear nothing. You got some people who do a little interaction, or people who come straight scoff. But then you have those ones who not only interacted, but they ask questions, and there you can see them. I asked him one question, and the look on his face, you can just see the history of the bullshit that he's been through in his life as a 70-year-old man, and it just moved my spirit. And we told him, we built him up through the spirit, how right is out, and see what happens. And so, but it put me in the spirit, in the mind of, we're almost at the finish line, but we still got some work to do. We can see the finish line ahead in the distance, because all the prophecies that the Lord prophesied to say that was about to happen to us are all in progress, in process right now. The MOTB is ready on deck. All right. I think a young lady came earlier today, and we was talking to her, and somebody else, I spoke, and I said on the line, I said about the MOTB, and it was like, shit, that's already here. It's like, yes, it is. It's just not being forced yet. All right. That's how we can see the finish line. All right. Matter of fact, give me a second. That's singing almost every week. And it's a beautiful thing to see the finish line. All right. But just because we can see it don't mean we're done. Just that Isaiah 6:9 says, how long, O Lord? It says, how long do we keep teaching, preaching? He said, until this place is utterly wasted away. So I tear it down, and I make Jerusalem a praise in the earth. Until then, we got work to do. Okay, go ahead.
Con, what you want to end?
Second Ezra start at the top.
Oh, Con, this is the book of Second Ezra, chapter 9 and verse 1. He answered me then and said, measure thou the time diligently in itself, and when thou seest part of the sign pass, which I have told thee before, then shalt thou understand that it is the very same time wherein the highest will begin to visit the world which he made. Therefore, when there shall be seen earthquakes and uproars of the people in the world, then shalt thou well understand that the Most High spake of those things from the days that were before thee, even from the beginning.
So of course, you see parts of these songs, parts of these prophecies, parts of these words starting to go down. Once you start to see those things, you see the MOTB. Oh wow, there's something now. They got a device they can put in your body that you can't buy or sell with. All right, we start seeing the wars and the rumors of wars. All right, we start seeing the other, all these scriptures, come to life. The scriptures are coming to life right in front of our faces. That's how we know we can see the finish line. But you got to couple that with that Isaiah 6. How long, Lord? Until it's wasted away. So it's still work to do. Because that 70-year-old man, I asked him, did you basically know he was a Hebrew Israelite? He had no idea. In 70 years, he said, I go to church sometimes. I said, they don't teach you that in church. You can't get a 501c3 charter. And how was checking the scripture? It says, he would not lose one. Right? Only he didn't lose the son of perdition either. He was prophesied to fall out. But Yahushua didn't lose not one of the hopeful righteous elect. I'm not saying he is or not. That's between him and the Lord. But if the whole point that we're still out here working, we're still out here teaching, we're still out here explaining the name of Yahushua. One sister who came up earlier, she was like calling Yeshua, Jesus. She go to the church or her people do or whatever. So she know a little bit, don't know shit. You know what I'm saying? If she's not calling the right name, if she's not following the right laws, and she's a righteous woman, she's in danger of being destroyed. So if the Lord still got us out here in the streets and the highways and the byways, is to compel the people to come in, is to let them know the words of the Lord said. That's why he says, let them know for me. Let them know that I sent you. Tell them these are my words, not your words. Right? I don't have to have nobody tell me the authority to do it. Shut the fuck up. You can't question my motherfucking authority. The Lord told me, you got a problem with me being out here? Stop me from being out here then. If you so great, stop me from coming out here preaching and teaching. They can't. Why? Because we're doing what the Lord sanctioned us. Go ahead.
I got St. John chapter 17 and verse 12. It say, while I was with them in the world, I kept them in thy name. Those that thou gavest me, I have kept, and none of them is lost, but the son of perdition, that is the scripture might be fulfilled.
All right, so he said, I'm not losing not one of my hopeful righteous elect. I'm not losing any one of the 1/3 or the 144,000. Right? These are they that follow the Lamb with us whoever he goeth. He will not lose not one of them. All right? Church, give me Hebrews. It says, matter of fact, before you get Hebrews, get 2 Ezra. No, it's Rock 2 and 1. All right? And down, say, after Lord, warn you about this mission, but he said, look at the days of old, these other men, all people endured all kind of shit, suffered all kind of shit for Yahweh. They did not get lost. They got saved. They got delivered. Right? They're of the number.
Let's go to Sirach chapter 2 and verse 1. It say, my son, if thou come to serve the Lord, prepare thy soul for temptation. Set thy heart aright and constantly endure, and make not haste in times of trouble.
So we give ourselves over to the Heavenly Father. He's not giving us the power to endure. Okay?
They say, cleave unto him and depart not away, that thou mayest be increased at thy last end.
So at the end, right now, we're supposed to be looking for the increase. You're looking for to be lifted up. You're looking for salvation to be saved. You're looking for that download. Okay?
Jump down to verse 10. It say, look at the generations of old and see. Did any ever trust in the Lord and was confounded? Or did any abide in his fear and was forsaken? Or whom did he ever despise that called upon him?
So he said, wait, look at the days of old. Did Joseph go through some shit? Hell yeah. What happened? He went over there, got sold to slavery. He got elevated. The woman, Pharaoh's wife, tried to commit adultery with him. He said no. He got locked up. He got, damn near forgotten about. And what did the Lord do? The Lord still raised him up. The Lord raised him up and did what? Restored him, made him second in command. He was able to take care of his whole family, the whole nine. All right? Look at any story. Look at Daniel. All right? Daniel had so much favor with the king who was pissed off. They suborned the nigga, the enemies to try to kill Daniel. And what did Daniel do? He stayed the mouth. The Lord stayed the mouth of those lions in that lion's den. And then the king couldn't wait the next day. It's like, Daniel, good? Okay, good. Come on now. I knew it was some bullshit. Hey, grab them niggas. Put their ass in the goddamn lion's den. Guess what? The lions ate that motherfuckers right away. Had good lunch. Good dinner. All right? So we have to know that if we're out here, we can see the finish line. Let's hold the course, stay the line. Let's hold it for the Lord, man. Because that's our salvation. Right? And that's the salvation. That's how we're saviors for our people. Okay. Yeah, go through and this is beautiful, man. You run a race like the scripture says, he that runneth the race runneth all. Right? You want to get at the prize. prize is 144 slots of rulership, 144,000 slots of kingship, and then collect one third spot to be redeemed on the chariots and not be destroyed by thermonuclear World War III missiles, okay, or any one of the four sword judgments of the Lord. Okay, so we're fighting. We're fighting for the kingdom. We're fighting for to be in the good graces of the Heavenly Father. We're fighting for a seat in the throne with the Lord. Oh, gee, you know, we're fighting, right? Got it?
I think so.
See if I can find it fast.
Hebrews 12.
You don't see it? I mean, second Ezra's proved the point, but I just like that one too because it goes and then gives several examples of cases of examples of the men of the Lord. See, start. Go to might be 11. You don't see it in 12. Might be 11. I know it's towards the end.
Yeah, Shalaga. It is 11. I'm gonna just start at 1.
Go ahead.
On Hebrews 11:1. Now, faith is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen. They say, for by it the elders obtained a good report. Through faith, we understand that the words were framed by the word of the Most High, so that things which are seen were not made of things which do appear. By faith, Abel offered unto the Most High a more excellent sacrifice than Cain, by which he obtained witness that he was righteous, the Most High testifying of his gifts, and by it he being dead yet speaketh. By faith, Enoch was translated that he should not see death, and was not found, because the Most High translated him. For before his translation, he had this testimony that he pleased God. But without faith, it is impossible to please God. But without faith, it is impossible to please him. But he that cometh to God must believe that he is, and that he is a rewarder of them that diligently seek him. By faith, Noah, being warned of the Most High of things not seen as yet, moved with fear, prepared an ark to the saving of his house, by the which he condemned the world and became the heir of righteousness, which is by faith. By faith, Abraham, when he was called to go out into a place which he should after receive for an inheritance, obeyed, and he went out, not knowing whither he went. They say by faith he sojourned in the land of promise, as in a strange country,
I'll see the same.
Dwelling in tabernacles with Isaac and Jacob, the heirs of him. It say the heirs with him of the same promise.
Hold on. Is that a brother? Who's that? Move up. Don't park in front of the house. I don't want to hear her voice. I don't want her to start shit. Yeah, just move up into the front of the, just up a little bit, yeah, that's good. I'm slacking, bro. I'm slacking for that, rules. Brothers assembling for a meeting, and we don't want no neighbor wars in this bitch. It's like we not nice. We'll cut you. Scriptures. And she's an honorary neighbor. She's not been polite, and she thwarted. Her son was Dylan when he was 16, trying to learn, and she threatened us to call the police and all kind of shit. Just telling him anything else or deal with him in the Bible anymore and all that shit. You know, and now he's just a nigga in the world. Which is, hey, that's his lot. So whatever. But I don't believe with that. So anyway, but go ahead and hit that. We're gonna just wrap it up. Go ahead.
I was done. I think I was done.
Okay. So the Lord give you several examples. He says, look at Abel. Look at this man. Look at that man. Look what the Lord has given us examples of leadership, starting with Yahushua. He did it. He's the author and the finisher of our faith, and following the law, statutes, commandments, and his blueprint. All right, like Malcolm talks about, you know, if I was in the war and I went through a landmine field and you see me on the other side waving and say, follow my footsteps. Yeah, I don't think you want to follow the footsteps. You see the half torso of the nigga to the right. You don't want to see the bloody shoe and half a footprint left over there. But you see that perfect set of footprints that you can see that traces to him. You need to follow that example.
That's what he was telling that elder man out there. You know, like Paul said, follow me when as I follow Hamashiach. You know, that's the order, man. You got Yahweh, and then your son Yahushua, and then you got the men down here, his prophets. So you gotta take heed to the men of the Lord and get in order, man. You know, that elder man, he would have never heard none of this. He would have never listened to the prophet's teaching. So right, he couldn't get this on his own. He wasn't finished to go read it.
He seemed full and relieved, and you know what I'm saying, his spirit, his countenance was different because, like he said, he never heard these words in 70 years of his life. But you know what, he has 70 years of experiences of everything down here being unlike. We even asked him, are you gonna leave an inheritance to your son? You know, showing how the Lord's gonna give us an inheritance by fam. He was like, I will, and then y'all already knew where he was going. He's like, you would love to be in a position where you had something to give to the book. Because we're here, we ain't got to continue. We don't. If most niggas ain't even got a house to leave to a child. All right, let alone assets or anything. So he was dejected just to say, I ain't got nothing to leave. You can see the pain in his face on the shit. All right.
And then he said he was born. He's 70 years old. He was born in Chicago. I ain't even never met nobody. I don't think 70 lived to their whole life. He saw a lot of bullshit.
And I said, I said, you old enough to know about not drinking in a White's only water fountain? And he said, yes. So he can, you know, that's the reason why you don't know. The Lord he works how he works in mysterious ways, as he said. So shall be the word that go forth out of my mouth, that shall not return it to me void, but shall prosper. All right, whereunto he sent it, loosely paraphrasing Isaiah 55:11. All right, so let's keep this word, keep pushing this word. We still got work to do until the Lord says, well done, my good and faithful servant. We can see the finish line ahead. Well, let's go run harder. Like the scriptures say, so much the more as we see the day approaching. So we're going to go harder for the Lord. We're going to go harder for the truth. And we're going to wait, I say, on the Lord. Okay? So hopefully this is edifying to the spirit and power of Yahweh Shai by Shimmer Kakadash. All right? All praises, all honor, all glory to Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai by Shimmer Kakadash. Double honors to the apostles out in New York, Great Millstone, and GMS. Honors to all Akim, lifting up the name of Yahweh Shai in truth and in sincerity. Shalom to the righteous sisters who are obedient to Yahweh Bashem Shai and their man, their husband. All right? Because you can't leapfrog over your man to get to the Lord. You can't get to the Lord without a man. All right? I don't need no man for Lord. Good luck, bitch. Because that's a proud ass bitch to say that, because the scriptures say the woman will be saved in childbearing.
They say Jesus is her husband.
Show me him. Hey, let me see when he slept with you last. Because in order to be a husband in marriage, you got to consummate it. That ain't consummated, bitch. Shut up, you lying. And shalom to the children of the hopeful righteous elect. May the Most High bless them and keep them as well. And with that, we're going to say shalom.
Shalom.
Kwame Asherallah.
Kwame Asherallah.
Baba Ball.
Baba Ball.
So water to those who tuned in.